Hi friends, my name is Rutuja Ambekar from K.T. Patil College of B Pharmacy. In my today's video, we are studying about the subject pharmaceutical jurisprudence on the topic Drug and Cosmetic Act 1940 and the rules 1945. In this, we study that the Schedule 2 Act and the rules. First of all, we should have to know that the drug and what is a Drug and Cosmetic Act and what are the purpose of the drug and cosmetic act. That drug and cosmetic act was passed in the 10th April 1940 with the main objective to regulate import, manufacture, distribution and sale of the drugs and the cosmetics. The act regulate import of drugs in India so that no standard or spurious drug will enter into our country. The act provide for a control over the sale and distribution of a drug by trained persons. This act also provides the control over the manufacture, distribution of Ayurvedic, Siddha, Unani, and the homeopathic drugs. These all are the purpose of the Drug and Cosmetic Act. First starts with the schedule to the act. Schedule to act and the schedule to rules both are the difference. First schedule is list of the Ayurvedic, Siddha and the Unani books. Here there is some examples of the Ayurvedic, Siddha and the Unani, that Charak Samhita, Shrushu Samhita, Vaidya Chintamani, Ayurveda Chintamani, Siddha Vaira Tairatu, Nagmuni, Brahmamuni, Pulpani, Karbedani, Kuradi, Kabir, Azim, Zadir. These all are the list of the Ayurvedic, Siddha and the Unani books which are comes under the schedule 1, that is first. Second is the second schedule to the act. Standard should be complied with by imported drugs and by drugs manufactured for sales, sold, stocked or exhibited for sales or distributed. Now let's see the schedules for the rules. There are many schedules to rules in 1945. Schedule A is the list of forms for making applications for issuing licenses, granting licenses, sending a memorandum. And the schedule B is the fees for a test or analysis, that is sample testing charges by the Central Drug Laboratory. This comes under the schedule B. Next schedule is the schedule C. It deals with the biological products such as the sera, antigen, toxin, antitoxin, vaccines for parental injections, solutions, serum proteins intended for injections, insulin, etc. All these biological products are comes under the schedule C. Next schedule is the schedule C1. The special products such as the fish liver oil, ergot preparation, drugs belong to digitalis group, adrenaline, liver extract, vitamins, hormones, all these special products are comes under the schedule C1. Now let's see a schedule D, classes of exempted drugs which are exempted from a certain provision applicable to import of the drugs. For example, is a skimmed milk, powder milk fortified with vitamins, oats, pharynx, ginger, pepper, cumins, etc. We all are see the advertisement of a Bournvitas, oats, pharynx. All these drugs are comes under the schedule D. Next is the schedule K, list of drugs exempted from a certain provision applicable to manufacture of drugs and the sale of the drugs. This class of drugs is not sold for medical use, and that each container is labeled conspicuously with the word not for the medicinal use. These are medicines that continues to be under the household remedy category include the paracetamol tablet, analgesic balms, antacid preparations, calcium preparations with or without vitamin D, gripe water for use of infants, inhalers, syrups, lozenges, pills and tablets for cough, cold and cold or a sore throat. All these are examples comes under the schedule key. However, these drugs should not contain any substances specified in a schedule G, H or X of the D&C Act and rules. The shopkeeper are also to ensure that the drugs are sold in the original unopened containers of the licensed manufacturer, but aspirin and quinine sulfates have been removed from this schedule. Under this schedule, there is a one committee that is a Mashalkar Committee. The Committee of the Drugs Regulatory System headed by the Chief Dr. Mashalkar, hence it is called as the Mashalkar Committee. He suggested to expand the scope of a Schedule K to include in a OTC drugs. The ultimate objective is to enhance the public accesses to commonly required medicines, but at the same time ensuring a quality of the delivery. What are the OTC drugs? The phrase of OTC has no legal recognition in India. All the drugs not included in the list of the prescription, only drugs are considered to be non-prescription drugs, that are the OTC drugs. OTC drug means the drugs is legally allowed to be sold over the counter by the pharmacist, that is without the prescription of the registered medical practitioner. Prescription only drugs are those medicines that are listed in a Schedule H and X and the Schedule G. All are the recommendations of the Mashalkar Committee. Ayurvedic medicines, OTC drug registered as a Ayurvedic medicines containing a natural herbal ingredient. Ayurvedic drugs are manufactured under a manufacturing licenses issued by the Ayurvedic state licensing authorities. However, they do not require a drug sale license and can be sold freely by the non-chemist. Largest OTC brand in India are registered as Ayurvedic medicines because of their plant based on the natural active ingredients. There are some categories which are with the come under the OTC drugs, that are the vitamins and minerals, health tonics, cough suppressant like Vicks, gastrointestinal drugs, analgesic, dermatological preparations, herbal and the Ayurvedic medicines. These all categories are comes under the OTC potential. Next is the Schedule E and the E1. It is a list of the Ayurvedic, Siddha and the Unani poisons. For example, is snake poison, arsenic, mercury, copper sulfate, dhatura, bhang, ganja, etc. That all are the drugs which are comes under the Schedule E and the E1. Next schedule is the Schedule F and the Schedule F1. Now, Schedule F is the provision applicable to the blood banks. That is, the Schedule F is related to the blood banks. Next is the Schedule F1, that is provision applicable to other biological and special products such as vaccines, antigen, diagnostic antigen, tuberculin, etc. regarding to their production, testing, storage and packaging. This all is the Schedule F and the F1. Next is the Schedule F2. It is a stand for the surgical dressings and the bandage cloth, and Schedule F3 is a stand for the umbilical tapes. Next, Schedule FF. Now, this 2FF, it stands for the our two eyes. It stands for the ophthalmic preparations. Next is the Schedule G. It includes the list of substances required to be taken only under the supervision of the RMP, that is registered medical practitioner. These medicines listed as a Schedule G medicinide carry on the label with a caution, that is, it is dangerous to take this preparation except under the medical supervision, conspicuously printed and surrounded by a line within which there should be no other words. It is necessary to make a proper bills of a sale. It record or of purchase and sale of these medicines must be maintained for a period of 2 months. For example, is asparaginase, bulsafan, belomycin, chlorpromide, all type of the insulins, metformin, etc. In short, Schedule G included that the drugs to be taken only under the supervision of the registered medicinal practitioner with the caution, it is dangerous to take this preparation except under the medical supervision. Next is the Schedule H. It is a second amendment of Drug and Cosmetic Act Rules 2006. The prescription drugs which are required to be sold by retail only when a prescription by a registered medical practitioner. These drugs come under the Schedule H, should be labeled with the RX and conspicuously displayed on the left top corner of the label. The drugs specified in Schedule H and comes within that are the narcotic and the psychotropic substances. For example, is atenolol, busprenol, diazepam, cimetidine, carbidopa, codeine, captopril, etc. Next, for monitoring use and the misuse of the antibiotics, Schedule H of the Drugs and the Cosmetic Act contain a list of 536 drugs which are required to be dispensed on the prescription of the registered medical practitioner. In order to have a separate regulation to check unauthorized sale and antibiotics, a separate schedule is made, that is a Schedule H1. Examples of the Schedule H1 are the alprazolam, cefixamine, cipipronam, diazepam, codeine, ethambutol, tramadol, epinephrine, HCl, etc. Schedule H1 was introduced under the Drugs and the Cosmetics Rules 2013 to regulate the sales of antibiotics exclusively. Under the Schedule H1, drug formulation should be labeled with the symbol RX in red and conspicuously displayed on the left corner of the label with the following word in the box with the red border, that is, with the warning, it is dangerous to take this preparation except in advance with the medical advice, not to be sold by retail without the prescription of the registered medical practitioner. Next is the Schedule J. Schedule J includes the list of the disease and the ailments which a drugs may not claim to prevent or a cure. Some of the diseases and ailments under these schedules are the AIDS, angina pectoris, appendix, arteriosclerosis, blindness, bronchial asthma, cancer, and the begin tumor, etc. All these diseases and ailments and comes under the Schedule G. Next is the Schedule M. It deals with the good manufacturing practice and the requirements of a premises, plant and the equipment. Part 1 is deals with the GMP and the factory premises. Part 2 is deals with the plant equipment. Schedule M1 is prescribes the details requirement of a factory premises for the manufacturing of the homeopathic drug. Schedule M2 is prescribes the requirements of a factory premises for manufacturing of the cosmetics, and Schedule M3 is prescribed the requirements of a factory premises for manufacturing of the medical devices. There is a difference of a Schedule M1, M2 and M3 is the it prescribes details requirements of factory premises for the manufacturing of the homeopathic drug, cosmetics and the medical devices. Next is the Schedule T. Requirement of a factory premises and the hygienic conditions for Ayurvedic and the Unani drugs are comes under the Schedule T. Schedule N includes the list of a minimum equipment for a sufficient running of the pharmacy. Next schedule is the Schedule O. It stands for the disinfectant fluid. The disinfectant shall be classified as the black fluid and the white fluid. Black fluid is a homogeneous dark brown solution of a coal tar acid or a similar acids with or without hydrocarbons and other phenolic compounds and their derivatives, while the white fluid finally disperses a homogeneous emulsion of a coal tar acid or a similar acids with or without hydrocarbons and other phenolic compounds and their derivatives. These are the classification of the disinfectants that are comes under the Schedule O. Next is the Schedule P. These are the life period of a drugs period in a month unless otherwise specified between the date of a manufacture and the date of expiry, with the labeled potency of the drug shall not exceed under the condition of a storage specified. The schedule includes the antibiotics, vitamins, insulin, preparation, normal human plasma, sera, toxins, toxides, or other toxins, antitoxins, miscellaneous drugs. There are some examples of the Schedule P drugs. First is adriamycin. Period in a month is a third and storage in cool paste. Second is ampicillin A. Period in a month is a 36 and stored in a cool place. Third is a carbicillin sodium powder. Period in a month is a 24 and it is stored at a temperature not exceeding a 5 degrees Celsius. These are the examples of drugs which are comes under the Schedule P. Next is the Schedule P1, that is pack size of a certain drugs. It gives the name of the drugs along with the dosage form and the pack size. No other pack size than one listed in allowed to be marked. Example of a few drugs under this schedule P1 is a albendazole. Dosage form is a suspension. Pack size is a 10 ml. Sec is a atenolol. Dose form is a tablet and pack size is a 14 tablets. Third is a piperazine. Dose form is a granules and pack size is a 5 gram. Next schedule is a schedule Q, list of coal tar colors permitted to be used in drugs and cosmetics. That is, schedule Q includes the colors which are used for the drug and the cosmetics are included in the schedule Q. No drug should contain no other color other than specified below. Natural color, artificial color and coal tar color are used in the drug and the cosmetics. Natural color, for example, is a carotene, chlorophyll, red oxide iron, yellow oxide iron, titanium dioxide, black dioxide iron. Artificial color, for example, is a caramel, and third is a coal tar color. Next is the schedule R. Schedule R stands for the condom made up of a rubber latex intended for a single use and other mechanical contraceptive. For example, is a condom and a copper T. Next is the schedule R1. It stands for the medical devices. Next schedule is a S. It stands for the cosmetics. The following cosmetics in finished form should conform to be Indian standard specification laid down from time to time by a bureau of Indian standard, that is a BIS. For example of skin powder for infant, tooth powder, toothpaste, skin cream, oil, hair oils. All these are the included in the schedule S, that is stand for the cosmetic. Next is the schedule U and the U1. Schedule U is the particulars to be shown in the manufacturing and analytical records of the drugs. And schedule U are the particulars to be shown in the manufacture of a records of the cosmetics. Next schedule is the schedule V. It stands for the patent and the proprietary medicines and for the potent proprietary medicines containing the vitamins. Next schedule is the schedule W, that is a list of drugs shall be marketed under the generic name only. It includes the only 5 that shall be marketed under the generic name, that is a piperazine and its salts, ferrous sulfate, chlorpromazine and its salts, aspirin and its salts, and the analgesic. Schedule W is the included the drugs which are under its generic name. Schedule W inserted as per the GUI notification number GSR 27E dated on a date 17 Jan 1981 and deleted as per the GUI notification number GSR 1940 on a date 8 February 2000. Next schedule is the schedule X. List of the habit forming and the psychotropic drugs are comes under the schedule X. Schedule X list of drugs which need a discretion while dispensing, and pharmacists should ensure that these drugs are not sold without the prescriptions. This drug have a warning mentioned on the label schedule X, that is to be sold on a retail on a prescription of a registered practitioner only. The label will also have a symbol XRX in a red conspicuously displayed on the left corner of the label. After dispensing the drugs, pharmacist must retain the prescription, maintain and record purchase and sale of the drugs, and preserve it for a period of 2 years from the date of the transaction. For example of few drugs under the schedule X are amphetamine, methylphenidate, glutathione, amobarbital, etc. Next schedule is the schedule Y. Requirement and guidelines for clinical trials, import and manufacture of a few new drugs. The schedule cover the details like a chemical and pharmaceutical information, animal test, toxicology and pharmacology, clinical trials, nature trials, permission of trials, responsibility of a sponsor and the investigators. That is schedule Y includes of the requirement and the guidelines for the clinical trials, import and manufacture of the new drugs included in the schedule D. These all are the schedules which are comes under the Drug and Cosmetic Act 1940 and the rules 1945. These schedules are made for the control and regulate to import of the drugs, its manufacturing, distribution, by the trained persons. So I hope you understand it. Now we will stop here. Thank you for watching.